what I do. Okay, I work in Malaysian Care. Actually, it's a non-profit organization now doing social work. It's a Christian body, all of us. And then I work in a people with special needs department under children's services. So most of the time I'm teaching and dealing with parents and also children with learning difficulties.
I was very happy to see a young person coming in saying that she wanted to be in this sort of work. So of course happy to take her on. I know that she's not highly qualified as such, but talking to her I see that the heart is there for the work.
My daily routine are involved teaching the kids and also teaching the parents at the same time. And besides that, sometimes I just go for conduct training, maybe outstations for projects.
One thing I see about Tina is that she is very willing to learn. Yeah, she's eager to learn. She is very responsive to teaching.
Most parents, when they come in, they go through assessment. So the main concern would be, what am I going to do with my kids if, let's say, they've been diagnosed with autistic or Down syndrome? They might not know what they should do, and especially dealing with their behavior. So basically, it's teaching the parents to know how to deal with the kids, especially in terms of, because they might below par, in terms of learning, they might be below than average kids. So that's what we are facing right now. We have to deal with them, and also basically is and also encouraging the parents, because some of them that might feel a bit depressed, or maybe that there's no hope for their kids. So by providing such services, right, hopefully it will equip the parents.
Very hardworking, willing to go the extra mile anytime when called upon to do so.
Quote from Helen Keller, written that the best and the most wonderful things in the world cannot be seen or touched, but are felt in the heart. So I think that is the passion that keep me moving on.
She is one of the youngest in I would say she is the youngest in our team. And she has done very well in the work. She has a big heart, a compassionate heart, and you can see that in the way she relates to the children, that she feels for the parents, and that is always a big asset in our sort of work.
Helen Keller, I know about her story through, I think one day I was watching a movie, right? I think it's called The Miracle Worker. So Helen Keller actually is a young girl with dual disabilities. She's deaf, and also at the same time, I'm not sure, there's another one, blind also. She's deaf and blind. So of course she goes through a lot of trials and struggles because she has difficulty communicating what she wants, and people might not understand her of her condition. As she grown up, of course, there's a miracle, so-called focus on one of the miracle worker. This teacher came in and changes her whole life and perspective. So I want to be that girl, Helen Keller, and also at the same time that teacher who really have the heart to teach, because it's very rare right now for younger generations to have that passion to teach.
She really have to battle a lot of difficult experiences to come through, and still be able to think of other people, and not just of herself.
I know that there is a lot of kids who are having the problem with multiple disabled or maybe learning difficulties. The parents might be in a state of shock or confused or denial. So I want to be that worker to really be there and guide the parents with what little small measure that I have. Even though I might not be very well educated, or I might not be well experienced, but with little amount of measure that I have.
What I would say is that because she has faith in God, and being a young person, she has a very strong, a clear sense of direction and focus. So I see that in spite of the difficulties that she faced, she can see the way she's going, and that actually puts her apart from a lot of young people who don't really know what they want and don't know where they are going.
The most difficult part to handle, or the trials that I go through, will be my background and my relationship with my family, because I know that I might not know when miracles will happen or will take place because I want miracles to happen, especially in my family, both of my parents. It's not an easy job to handle both of them. And of course, many times when I was younger that time, I really thought of giving up. But somehow, maybe it's God's mercy that I never stopped giving hope on them. My life point changes when my friend who got to know about my situation, he is the one who brought me to church to know about God. So I think when you ask me what keeps me striving on for where I am right now, is when I really learn to depend on God. And at the same time that, of course, with all the hurts or all the past experience that I have, the most important thing right now is that I need to have strong spirit, not a broken spirit.
I see Tina as being very strong. What she had to face, I think very few young people would experience. Yeah.
When I was very young, I did not understand what really happened because I thought it's a norm in the family. Then, as I grow older, I noticed that there's something wrong with my parents. I just can't take it anymore because it's just not every parent will do. Every typical, not every parents will do that. So I think when my friend brought me to church, and it really changes my perspective, is that from self-pity, of course, right now, I do not complain. What I'll do is just that I'll pray for them. I will still take care of them. And many times I try to communicate with my parents, especially my father, because both of us, I think we have not been communicating besides hello and hi. I think for many years now, it keep on. The words is still the same,
because not only is it just one problem, but it is facing different problems, a lot of problems, all at the same time.
I used to be very embarrassed to share about my family, but when in this area of work, when I'm involved with social work, and you know that I'm also volunteering myself at the street work, I think there is an urgent need to share, because I know that the people at the street they also face the challenges, and I hope that through my experience it will encourage them also. And of course, instead of diverting myself into or indulge myself into self-pity or in a mood of complaining or hoping for a miracle to happen, of course I'm still hoping for a miracle to happen, why not I divert my attentions to helping to those who is in need, helping those who at the same time they have the pain and hurt also at the past or even right now.